Hi, this is Todd Smith, and we're going to talk today about the 6 steps needed to start your own business. And these steps are important to take because if you don't, you run the risk of either running afoul of the law or losing out on a lot of money. And it's important to establish your business in a way that is going to do both of those things for you. So first of all, we want you to form an entity. That's a legal entity, be it an LLC or an S Corp. And it's very easy to do this. You can go to any number of service providers who will do this for you for just a few $100s, and you're off and running. They'll provide you with the full package. You can do some of this stuff yourself, but in reality, the market is so competitive that you're not really saving anything by doing that. The second step, once you've received your documentation, you want to go down to your local bank and establish a separate banking account for your new business. So now that you have your bank account, hopefully you have a little bit of capital to fund your startup operations. I recommend anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 just to kind of cover your bases, buy yourself some equipment and get started. So step 3 is getting organized, setting up your office. And you want to go out, set up a separate workspace in your home if you're working from home, or if you can afford it, rent a small office somewhere that gives you that unique space that you need to focus and concentrate your energy on your business. And buying a desk, buying an all-in-one fax copier scanner, and a computer when you're off and running. That's really the basic things you need to get going. Obviously, filing system and some other things that you can set up just to get yourself organized. And you want to focus on managing your paperwork and managing the files in your computer, and that's very important, both the emails that come in and go out and also just the documents that come in and go out. A lot of stuff is digital these days, so having a good file system on your computer is paramount. The next step we want to discuss is licensing, and it really depends on where you are, what state you are, what county you are. There's a lot of different considerations, but you want to make sure that you're properly licensed. If you need a professional license, that's typically at the state level. If you need any other kind of license, a business license could be either the city or the county or both. And so you want to make sure that all of the licensing needs are met and that you are following the law. You don't want to find out later on that you should have had a license, so you can get yourself into a lot of trouble that way. So make sure that you're properly licensed, and one call to your local government and they can tell you exactly what you need. A lot of home businesses don't require a license, and it really just depends on what you're doing. If you're having customers come into your home or clients, there may be a need to have a license. So now you've got an office set up, you've got some equipment, you've got a bank account, you've formed an entity, and you want to set up your accounting system. And this can be software such as QuickBooks, Peachtree, other forms of accounting software, or you can even do this on Excel. But honestly, for the cost of QuickBooks and the amount of time you save, QuickBooks can integrate both with your online banking system and also with TurboTax or H&R Block or any other types of tax software. So having those 3 things interlinked can save you a lot of time and energy down the road. So definitely recommend accounting software. If you don't know anything about accounting, that's okay. There are QuickBooks trainers, other types of software trainers that will come into your office, teach you how to set up the books, teach you how to reconcile your bank accounts, and do kind of the day-to-day things to keep your accounts up to date. And once you have that in place, you're in good shape. And finally, last but not least, is a really important consideration, and that's taxes. The entities that most people are going to set up for their small business in an LLC or an S Corp are called pass-through entities. And what that means is that, say on December 31st, you have all of your income and expenses added up to your business that yields either a net profit or a net loss. And that number passes through to your personal tax return and is included as income or loss and counted against your other income or losses. So if you have a full-time job and you're running your own business, you may have a loss in your business, that's going to get you a larger refund from your W-2 income. So there are many things to consider about taxes. We won't get into a lot of detail here. But having the proper structure and taking advantage of the tax law by taking deductions for mileage, use of the home for an office, use of your personal vehicle for business purposes, office supplies, equipment. There are all kinds of things you can deduct as a business and take advantage of the tax law. And I highly recommend you do this. It could save you thousands of dollars a year, and over many years it could save you hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars by doing it the right way. And it makes sense to do that.